Hey friends, it's your girl Cassandra coming at you with today's 10-minute takeaway. Happy Friday. I hope you had a phenomenal day. You're off work. Hopefully you are home or heading home to chill out and relax. If you don't know who I am, my name is Cassandra Bellevue. I'm an author and a certified life coach, and all month long, I'll be coming on live doing 10-minute takeaways. And the purpose of these 10-minute takeaways is to kind of pull back the curtains and let you in, sneak peek on what goes on behind the scenes when I am working with my clients to help them with their purpose, help them activate business plans, so on and so forth. I offer two types of life coaching. I have one track that's called Your Purpose Activated. That's for the folks who trying to figure out, like, why am I here? Like, why am I on the earth? You know, I want to do something that I'm passionate about. Like, what is my purpose? They feel aimless or they feel like hopeless. Like, why am I here? What am I doing? And I love being able to just bring up the truth of who these people are, their identity, how God wired them. And, it's really cool because we do some assessments, and sometimes the stuff is just so obvious listening to people talk, but sometimes you just need another perspective. And so, anyway, I love speaking to people about what I see. I pull it out of them. This is what I see God saying. This is what He's saying about you. Did you notice how you talked about this for this much time? Like, that is a burning passion that you have. You should be doing something with that, and so on and so forth. We also have another track called Get Across the Finish Line. And that's for the folks who they realize what they're supposed to be doing. They have a business idea, or they have some kind of concept that they want to launch, and they're overwhelmed and they're like, how do I do this, and that's when I get to leverage my 10 years of project management experience, and we take that beautiful vision that they have and we put feet to it. These are the tasks you're going to do. These are the things you need to do to get to your goal, to launch that business or to release that album or to release that book, and so on and so forth. So this month in March, I'm doing a special where I am combining both of the tracks together. This is an accelerated fast track for the folks that are just like, I have not been doing what I should have been doing for the last few years, and I need to catch up. God is like, you need to get on it. And so I'm here to help you get on it. So a few housekeeping things, go out to CassandraBellevue.com. We got 3 exciting things going on out there. Number one, once you get to CassandraBellevue.com, there'll be a pop-up. It'll ask you to join our mailing list. You'll be the first to know about promos, giveaways, free webinars, and whenever we have openings for new clients, you'll be the first to know. Number 2, $5 sale. Say no more. Go to the store. I'm a poet. Say no more. Go to the store. $5 sale. Get you some tanks, some t-shirts, beanies, hats, visors, all the things. We're making room for new merch, so we're selling the other merch for $5. And then the third thing is my book set, Pressed But Not Crushed, and the devotional together, $15 on the site. Steal of a deal. And so if you're looking for like that devotional to get you started this year, or something to kind of rev you up, kick you off for 2024. It is March, so it's time to get going if you didn't know. All right, so today's topic, what I want to talk about today, I think I'm calling this It's Bigger Than You Think. And I want to encourage folks to not get pigeonholed. Now, if you're familiar with what I call assignments, there are times that God will give us an assignment. Hey, you need to, do this for a little while. You need to write that book. You need to go work at this place for a season. Sometimes He'll give us assignments. He'll give us things to do. And sometimes we don't really understand, like, what is the purpose of the assignment? First of all, let me say, God does not do anything willy-nilly without a purpose. There's like a purpose behind anything that He asks you to do. There's a purpose behind it. So don't underestimate the assignment, okay? Because the assignment is always unto something, whether it's something for you to glean in that experience, or for something for you to give, something for you to deposit. There's always a purpose in the assignment. And sometimes when I talk to some of my clients, they have an idea of what their purpose and calling is, but they get pigeonholed into how they think God's going to express that through them. So take, for example, somebody who feels like they have a healing calling on their lives, a healing mantle. you might think automatically, oh, you need to go to medical school, you need to get your, medical degree, become a doctor, find out what your specialty is, on and on and on. And that very well may be one of the ways God wants to use you, with that healing anointing, with that healing mantle, with that passion to see people healed. But how many of you know that there's lots of different types of healing besides physical healing, right? There's mental, there's emotional, there's spiritual. God may call you to head up the healing ministry at your church. He may use you in so many different ways to express that purpose of bringing healing to the earth, bringing healing to people. Maybe you become a health coach. Like, who knows what that looks like? But my point is, like, sometimes people hear God tell them something and then they get pigeonholed. They think, this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. This is the only way for me to fulfill this purpose. And don't put God in a box. Like, just don't do it. I was just thinking today about David, King David in the Bible. And when the prophet came to anoint the next king, David was out in the field. David was out in the field. He was a shepherd, But when I think about his assignment of being a shepherd, man, the training that David got to be the king of a nation being a shepherd. Like, think about it. The training that he received out there on how to be a leader as he was a shepherd over those sheep. I also think about the fact that David was out there in those shepherd streets killing bears and stuff with his hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was out there, like, really protecting his flock. And that's where he probably learned a lot of his warfare skills. You know what I mean? Like, do you ever think about the fact, this is such a sidebar, but do you ever think about the fact that, like, he went to go deliver meals or whatever to his brothers on the front line with that whole Goliath thing. And then he was like, yo, who is this uncircumcised Philistine? And he was ready to go out there. This dude was bold. Do you think that boldness came from nowhere? It came from protecting his flock. It came from being a shepherd, So I just want to encourage you that if you feel like God is speaking something specific to you regarding your calling, don't be quick to pigeonhole yourself. Don't be quick to think this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, because a lot of times the assignments that he gives us are for a season, right? They're just for a season to train us. We're supposed to get some type of gift. It's reminding me of, I'm thinking of video games. It's like every level you got something new or a new thing that was going to help you with a new level. And a lot of times that's what these assignments are that God gives us. Is we take these assignments that he gives us, and there's a lesson for us to learn. We get stronger. I'm thinking of like Mario Brothers. I'm aging myself. But, when you take that mushroom and you like grow big, some of those are to strengthen you and to train you. Some of them are to train you how to deposit and to give to others. But I don't want you to get overwhelmed and pigeonhole yourself. Just remember that assignments can change, and that it's all going to fall under the umbrella of whatever he has called you to do and whatever your purpose is. But don't get pigeonholed, because I know a lot of times when I'm talking to clients who get pigeonholed, they kind of start feeling stuck and sometimes feeling a little bit depressed. Like, is this like all I'm going to do for the rest of my life? No. Like, I promise, like, what he has you to do, you've been wired to do, is going to bring you joy. It's going to get you excited. I know that everything we do at every minute is not always going to bring us joy and bring us excitement, but overall, when we talk about purpose and calling and destiny, like, he has wired us for what he has called us to do. And just because he's got you doing this in a particular season doesn't mean he's not going to shift you into something else in another season. Like the example, like I said, with the person who feels, a calling to bring healing to the world. They might go through a season of going to medical school. They might be a doctor for years, but they might transition and become a health coach. They might become a speaker that, does group coaching and all these different things. Like, you just never know what it's going to look like. So don't put yourself in a box. Don't put your purpose in a box, and allow God to change your assignment when he deems fit. So anyway, guys, I just want to remind you that if you go down to the link, my link tree, that's going to give you several links. You can book a 15-minute Approach the Coach session with me, and it's free, and we can talk about it. So let's talk about your purpose. Let's see what track that we want to get you on. Let's see if you're a good candidate for the combo deal that we're doing with both of the tracks, Your Purpose Activated and Get Across the Finish Line, because I'm here to help you get across the finish line. There's something that you carry that the world is in dire need of. So let me help you get there.